Okay, we are going to make this owl in the Heidi Grace Nature Pad. Okay, here is the owl box punch-out sheet. You're going to need to punch out all these shapes. We have the eyes, the owl's body, and his feathers for the chest. So you're just going to punch out all the shapes. Okay, once you have everything punched out, you can decide whether or not you want your owl to be brown or yellow. We're going to be making the yellow one today, so I'm just going to go ahead and fold all the fold lines that I see in this box. Once you have your eye all folded, you're then going to apply a small amount of glue, just like a dot, basically, to each tab surrounding the eye. Then you're going to take this round piece that you punched out and you're going to connect these two together. It's probably easiest if you kind of leave your tabs bent over and then just sort of, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you can kind of see what I'm doing, I'm just kind of trying to gently attach these around the outer edge of the circle. Now they're not going to like stay perfectly right away because the glue is still wet, but you just kind of gently have to keep pressing around and making sure that these get attached to the circle. Okay, and once this is dry, you'll be able to press down in the middle and make like a concave shape. I actually have one here that already has that concave shape, if you can see what that's supposed to look like, but you really can't do it until it's dry. Alright, this piece is dry now, so now I can go ahead and use my thumb to press down into the eye. And now you have your, well, this one's not staying. There you have your concave shape. Alright, now that you've got your box folded and you can gather your feathers for the chest, and you're going to be attaching these to your box where the dotted line is. I found it easier to attach these together first before I attach these individually to the body. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to use, this is going to be my the front of the feathers. So I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to add, this also has some slits in it, so you're going to want to add some glue, but you have to make sure that the glue is not above the slits. So you're just going to add a small amount of glue underneath that, just enough to attach We're actually going to attach the bee. Make sure that's turned over so that we can alternate the colors. And we just have to make sure that those slits are hidden, not hidden and open, so you can see them. They're just below that line right now. And now we're going to add the last feather. Alright, so now we've turned that over and that's how it should look. Once it's dry, might have to do it when it's still wet, but you're basically going to take all these little pieces and you're just going to kind of curl them up just to give it a little bit more of a 3D effect. I don't know, it may be easier to do this before you glue them, but I think it works either way. Alright, once your feathers are glued and then curled, you're going to want to attach them to this dotted line. Basically, it's going to line right up. So I'm going to apply some glue. And when you attach this, you got to make sure that it's right on the line, because what's going to happen is these slits that are in this feather part are going to line up with these slits that are in the body part right behind it. Alright, a helpful hint for making the slits a little easier when you decide to put the tabs in, it's easier if you take like the end of a paintbrush or something, even an X-Acto knife, and just kind of stick it in between there. Make sure that opening is nice and open. It gives you a little more space to when you go to apply that tab. It's a lot easier to try to put it in there after you do this. Alright, now we're going to kind of fold this up. Now the first thing we have to do is glue these, each side of the owl's body. Alright, now these, you can see I've glued both sides down. So now we're ready to do the next step. Just going to fold these little tabs, the box inside, and just a little bit of glue. Alright, and you just need to let that dry. Alright, next step, you're going to put the tabs inside the slits. And hopefully it should be fairly easy. There you go. And then your last step is to glue the eyes on. So we have these two eyes. Apply the glue. go. Alright, and that's what your box owl should look like when you're done.